A swift Taliban advance and the rapid crumbling of the Afghan government is triggering the return of 3,000 U.S. troops to evacuate American civilians.
The troop movements that we mentioned yesterday are happening as we speak.
We haven't asked the Taliban for anything. We've told the Taliban that if they interfere with our personnel, with our operations, as we're proceeding with this drawdown, there will be a swift and decisive response.
Since the decision was made in May, I think it's an unmitigated disaster of epic proportions. And I think he's going to have blood on his hands for what they did.
So we have to understand the fact people will react, but by fleeing, by being vocal about it, by going into hiding, by doing anything and everything so that they don't have to abide by the rules of the Taliban.
And here you can see Afghan citizens chasing a C-17 aircraft, even clinging to its landing gear as the U.S. military plane attempts to depart. All this as the U.S. military does its best to help manage what has been a very chaotic evacuation.
This is day one now of reporting in what's called the Islamic Emirate. Now, you can see a lot's changed. Certainly the dress code for me has changed. They're just chanting death to America, but they seem friendly at the same time.
Because of you.
They've just told me to stand to the side because I'm a woman.
There's a humanitarian nightmare unfolding in Afghanistan that we have helped to create inadvertently, but now we have an obligation to help solve by evacuating and protecting the people who have been at our side, helping us.
And I am particularly concerned by accounts of mounting human rights violations against the women and girls of Afghanistan who fear a return to the darkest days.
The United States promises to be generous in resettling Afghans in our own country, and I'm heartened by the pledges we've seen from other nations to do the same.
Our mission in Afghanistan was never supposed to have been nation building. It was never supposed to be creating a unified, centralized democracy. Our only vital national interest in Afghanistan remains today what it has always been: preventing a terrorist attack on America's homeland. I stand squarely behind my decision. After 20 years, I've learned the hard way that there was never a good time to withdraw U.S. forces.